to whom such things may be considered pertinent, the undersigned, being of sound mind and body, and in accordance with all moral and intellectual propriety associated with the entity Pro Click Dot Biz, adhere to the following. Whereas 1. More than likely being a relatively privileged Caucasian or otherwise privileged person influenced by Caucasian colonialism shall not attempt to claim, justify or staple meaning to any artistic endeavor as being more than a mere bourgeoisie fancy, especially considering the context of its display. Whereas, in our age of mass and immediate informational connection, any instance of sexism, racism, nationalism, or sundry bigotries is automatically considered hilarious as the enormous scope, predictability, and proximity of its expression is automatically rendered hilarious by the hyperbolic cavalcade of stupidity from whence it came. Whereas, any immediate hope for substantial and/or transcendental personal gratification is ultimately futile and, more often than not, encumbering. It is our collective responsibility to mock, jeer and/or gently rib, a, that which alien to us, b, that which amuses the darkest and most juvenile recesses of our id, c, that which exemplifies talent and intelligence beyond our own, and d, all those that have no inkling to this stark and universal truth. Whereas, men are born for games. Nothing else. Every child knows that play is nobler than work. He knows too that the worth or merit of a game is not inherent in the game itself but rather in the value of that which is put at hazard. Games of chance require a wager to have meaning at all. Games of sport involve the skill and strength of the opponents, and the humiliation of defeat and the pride of victory are in themselves sufficient stake because they inhere in the worth of the principles and define them. But the trial of chance or trial of worth or games aspire to the condition of war, for here that which is wagered swallows up the game, player, all. Whereas, any dithering fancy of hope for the future is quashed as the earth and all nearby celestial bodies will inevitably be consumed in unmerciful flame, whether by cosmic happenstance or the diabolical machinations of our own technology. Everything is game for our contempt. Whereas, we are all fucking idiots, and any claim otherwise will be rendered asunder by the inevitable conquest of our vain and pleasure-loving civilization by the throngs of the dreaded Far East. Therefore, with such clauses authenticated, we humbly submit to our inglorious and completely justifiable obliteration, as we willingly and lustfully await the saccharine release of death.